Remember, folks, you can't be straight unless you date a whole bunch of men. Welcome to Horror Romance, a horror dating simulator. I'm not sure why this is the video I come back with after being absent for 2 weeks, maybe 3. Who knows how long this will take me to edit. But sometimes you just need to, you know, spice it up a little. Before we begin, there are some things I should tell about myself. Okay. What is my name? Our name can be Barbara. Barbara? No, Barbara. Is that how you spell Barbara? I might be a little illiterate. Barbara. You know, cause like, they're coming to get you, Barbara. If you know, you know. Enter. My name is Barbara. What are my pronouns? You know, this is a question that video games ask you all the time. I'm he, him. My name is Barbara. My pronouns are he, him. Is this correct? I'm sure someone out there. That's correct. Chapter 1. Arrival at Amityville. Amityville? No! Stay away from me! Come here, you little whore! I said get away from me! Ah! Same dream as always. I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. Gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. Got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head hits the window while sleeping. Well, damn, are you just... Ugh. Hold on. I gotta turn down a little. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. Barbara turns on the phone and sees 2 new messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Barbara, please contact me whenever you arrive to Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I prefer not owning anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out all the purchase paperwork. Barbara slides into the next message from one new waitress, Carrie. Ooh, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. I will work on the cafe later. I don't know if I should go for like the sassy prep schoolgirl, not schoolgirl, but like, oh my god, how you doing? I don't know what to do here. I'll just use my normal voice. Okay, does that work for everyone? Did that work for everyone? I think it works for everyone. Thank you. I spent all night inside a bus, and now I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then I'm back. Body's hurting. I'd kill for a frappuccino right now. Kill, huh? Like Mert? The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the past... What did I do? I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm the new owner, I feel indifferent. After all, I don't feel anything yet. It's been a while since I've really felt something. Stop distracting and grab my suitcases to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home. Away from Mom. Far away from my stepdad. Ugh, just remembering makes me have a stomachache. I can't read. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. It's a bot! Shit, sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already? Get out of bed, questioning my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge. Just a few things I got last night to eat. Gotta do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast to get to work. Quickly eat my food while dressing and rush into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. It's the dude from The Shining, right? I haven't seen the film.
Good day to you too. Just wanted to check how my new tenant was doing.
Is that how he sounds like? Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know?
I didn't. I just came to check up on you and open the door before I knocked.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I've got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening.
The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur.
Does it have a new name? Shank Shack. Yeah, it's Shank Shack. We're so good, guys.
That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. Finally step into the street. Before going into the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look to my sides in search of a person, I realize there's no one on the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. I quick walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need. Milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, etc. And a treat for myself. A chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bump into what feels like a brick wall.
Yo! The goat!
When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar in my hand. I get it. He wants some. You can't have none of it. I'm kidding. I left my bags on the floor. I get up and with both my hands, I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing won't kill me. Guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hands in a paused and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language. I then move to my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to the free time. Now I'm glad I learned it, in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. I get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Yo, Carrie, how's it going? Please don't blow up everything and, hopefully we don't have pig blood at the store. That would be kind of weird, actually. It's a cafe. Why would we need pig blood? Oh, you must be Barbara. I'm sorry. I got here too early. Should I come back later, or? Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set everything up and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly stepped inside as I opened the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloths on each table. Oh, weird. Did we have any of those? Wow, Carrie, what a quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisement in the newspaper alongside a coupon, and I had the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use an espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I've never had something like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Easy, you don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. Taught Carrie the basics about coffee. Fill with water, put coffee on the portafilter, and showed her how to level up the coffee. Then I put the portafilter back and finally started the machine. Voila! Just like that. Oh, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it's got its tricks. Now, memorize the menu and the ingredients. My clients arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired tall man, his most noteworthy feature being a metallic hand. Welcome to Shank Shack Cafe, what can I offer you? Ash! He's got such a unique voice. I don't know how to Look at that. The old shithole's reopened. And with a hottie serving too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. You don't have that on our menu. Come on, you can't have good coffee without whiskey. That a pussy. You don't have a good bottle in there? You can lay off. Nah, I'll help him. I stare for a few seconds and sigh. I look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looks at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to the storage room. There I open a box with my stuff. One of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes, on rough days, I drink half the bottle and drown in tears until passing out. Now I'm just pouring in a coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walk back to the bar and hand the man his coffee. There you go, a cup of Americano coffee without anything added because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful, before looking at the cup. Finally, he takes in drinks, smiling with satisfaction. Perfect. Now I know where to come for my Americano without anything added. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that or the guy just looked like an uncle who just wanted to drink. There you go, Dollface. Your pay and your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck. Trust me. I wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at the strange man walk away. My eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand. Doubtful, when I open it, I find the freakiest shit I've seen in years. It was a fucking dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I look at the door without knowing what the hell all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me, so I hurry, putting the finger back into my pocket and the money on the register. Our first client, how much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her and couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed shyly. Good enough to retire, right? I laughed, realizing the joke's still ongoing. At that exact moment, I noticed an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I look at Carrie's face. First, she was surprised to see you enter, then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turn around and look at the door to see who it was. While I heard Carrie running away into the storage room, I just see a blonde young girl, dressed in fancy, branded clothing. She's got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as if she smelled something awful. There we go. This is the character that deserves another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free Trenta latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam, 208 Fahrenheit. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realize this is one of those rich and entitled kids. Great, my favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice. I asked for a coffee. Don't question it and do your damn job. I bit my lip. Am I bleeding? Hold on, we'll be right back. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. What'd she ask? I swallow the anger I have right now. I choose to do the most reasonable thing for the business. Make her the Trenta latte. While I'm at it, I fantasize about throwing it at her face and messing up her makeup. Or, with a bit of luck, cause first-degree burns. It's what would happen with the coffee at that temperature. Finally, I've got the exact order. Here you go. Instead of taking the damn cup, the blondie just stares at it. Take away. She smiles with the mouth of an entitled girl. She's testing me. I know it, but I don't fall for it. I grab the cup and carefully pour the content on one of our paper cups. I slightly burn my fingers, but I don't show it. There. Anything else? At least now I know she won't be staying. I don't even know her, and I already want her gone. She drinks in small sips, her lips frown, almost like she was disgusted for not finding something to complain about. Decent. I'm surprised it's almost perfect. I think that's the closest thing she's ever said to a compliment. She extends her perfectly manicured hand and tosses $20 on the counter. She walks to the door without waiting for her change or even saying goodbye. Thanks. Come back soon.
God, I hope you get run over.
I'm so sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room.
Don't worry, I can see why.
I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave.
She says it with admiration. I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived with what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy and tiled blondie to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now come, we gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get much more customers, just a few. But at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now.
I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back in and close. I ask Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed, and she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear the door opening and the bell chiming. Someone entered the cafe. That's just my luck.
My goat! I'm so lucky. I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla. And don't go too small with the caramel.
Brad Dourif. I'm sorry. I raise an eyebrow looking at him, a short, red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town's sure full of interesting people. Kinda looks like a doll. Or is that just my imagination? He leaned on the counter, is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit too small to consume caffeine?
Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You're gonna have serve anyway though, right? Client's always right.
Give up and make his coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want any more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel... Caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boy's indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eye off of me while I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him on the bar. His mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me, his huge blue eyes piercing my soul. At least it seems he likes what he sees, whatever it is he's saying. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later he nods, pleased.
I feel the sugar kicking in already. Ideal for a long night.
He laughs in a quite unique manner, winking at me and handing the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we were closing, as I was saying.
Oh yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy or you'll grow wrinkles. Be ashamed to ruin such a pretty face.
Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, does it look like flirting with me? I'm left speechless for a few moments, seconds even, which he uses to turn around and walks to the door without any worries.
I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden?
I scratch my eyelids. I probably look like shit, which is exactly how I feel at this moment. Forget it, let's go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she likes courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Maybe. On the inside, I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone looking at me from the back. Is my paranoia back? No, it's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. Don't want to go home with someone following. They'll know where I live, and it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there. But after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out and hiding already. Stop fooling everyone. I can't read. I'm so sorry. There's a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall and slender silhouette gets closer and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but wow, I didn't expect you to know. Oh, is this who I think it is?
Hello there, Sydney.
How do you even do?
Hello there, Sydney. Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do it if I didn't want to, you know.
The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a man in the dark leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face.
Gotta admit, this is the first time it happens. But there's always a first time. Technically, you just took away my stalking virginity.
Uh-huh. I stay quiet. I already had a bad day today with Chanel and that weird doll, and having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please, leave me alone.
I wish it was that easy.
The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me.
But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention. So no, I won't leave you alone.
My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience. Little sanity I have left in everything else.
Although I can leave you for the moment in exchange for one simple question. What's your favorite scary movie?
Yes. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really wanted to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want.
Great, I'm glad you cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie?
It just doesn't have the same ring, but you know, you can't copy everything. I get it. Just that? This freak just wants to know my favorite horror movie? They're goated! Oh, the one with the jigsaw doll. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh, like he's been told a joke.
What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it.
He says goodbye, still cackling. Last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did that mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak asking what's my favorite Disney movie or some shit. Keep on walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. I'm so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obstructing the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubt turned into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this was what truly was gonna make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Ask him to find another place to smoke. Can you smoke somewhere else? That window's beside mine and it goes into my living room. I don't like the scent of tobacco. To be honest, I wasn't kind in the slightest, but who could blame me? The last thing I need is going to my apartment and smelling someone smoke. He doesn't answer, but he does put out the cigarette against the sole of one of his heavy boots. He adjusts his mask and... Wait, why does he wear a mask? This was definitely the weirdest encounter I've had today. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, leaning my back on the door to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally at home. I'm hungry. I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I bought, heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madmen live around here? It's like a cheap movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. And now I get to meet Freddy, right? Yup. I open my eyes, looking around startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of view. Get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. Start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt it this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origin, but I can't seem to find it. Instead, now, I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The cackling feels close. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrifying. I can hear steps getting closer. The scraping of two metal objects growing closer. Wake up. I know better than to mess with Freddy. I must be some kind of fool. He's gonna look at me and goes, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." Like, get out of my face, bro. I don't know you. I manage to startle myself up, cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. Not even a fucking night of sleep. I groan again, shifting positions. The only thing left to do is try to sleep again. But instead, my body moves forward and sits up instinctively. I heard a laugh, same as my dreams. Why he kinda... A horrifying man is standing in front of my bed. His scorched face looks at me, grinning. He plays with his glove with long, sharp blades at the end of each finger, all colliding with each other.
You're right. Let's take a nap, shall we?
Last thing I see is the shiny steel of his glove's daggers, forming a perfect arch in the air before piercing my chest. Ending a horrible nightmare. Defend yourself. Get out of my dream! I scream, more angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise was coming from. I managed to see a silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet while hearing my voice. By the way, his head tilted. He seems confused. What? The sound of heavy breathing startles my body forward and makes me sit. It's the neighbor. It's that neighbor. He looks at me with that strange mask, just like before in front of the building. Looking down, I saw something that made my blood run cold. He had a knife on his hand, and its shiny blade was the last thing I ever saw before being swallowed by darkness. God damn. Okay, we're back the second time. Hooray! Ask who he is. Who are you? The stranger adjusts the mask he's wearing. The cigarette in his hand still lit. Message is clear. He doesn't want to talk. Rude. You should have told him to stick the cigarette up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remain silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking. But since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, so I don't know many people. He takes a sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points with his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. Dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me, surprised. I'm sorry, did my brother scare you? I'm so happy Lori saved me, bro. Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. Don't worry, we were chatting. Michael spoke to you? That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. Name's Laurie, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. My name's Barbara. It's a pleasure. Likewise. You're sweet. But we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt. Her tone lets me know she's just joking in a friendly way. So I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Laurie practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I won't ask why he got a janitor suit or a mask. I just pretend it's totally normal. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment. Leaning my back on the door to close it, I sigh, relaxing. Finally home. I manage to startle myself up. Cold sweat running down my face, I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. Try to sleep again, shifting positions. Chapter 2, a new idea. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off here. Yeah, I know this is a little, again, oh my god, what is going on with my hair? Y'all didn't tell me? I trusted you. That was horror romance. Here, you know what, let's just... If y'all like it, leave a like, a comment, subscribe, you know? God, dude, why do my eyes look like they're... I'm having a ugh. It's the way my camera's tilted, I swear. You know what? Yeah, if y'all like the video, leave a like, a comment, and just like, you know. Yeah, just subscribe. Thank you.